The Great Spider Nest clan. The Neanderthals in those parts could be ranked by how much of a dick they were. Some clans were pretty much harmless. The Bushmen, for example, were easy to deal with. Maybe a little slow on the uptake, but definitely not looking for trouble. The Opossum Hunters and the Condors weren't exactly looking for a fight either. Then there were the clans you had to watch your back around. The Wolves in Heat and the Maggot-Filled Skulls. With them, even the smallest diss could cost you big time. It was better to keep a low profile. But the real hotheads, the absolute maniacs, the most violent thugs of all time, almost all belonged to the Great Spider Nest clan. Those were people you didn't poke. Cruel, ruthless, total scumbags. When he ran into Ostrich Neck, the Neanderthal had only been away from Big Snake's camp for a few hours. He didn't mind the company, far from it. The drifter life he'd been stuck with lately was depressing enough without adding constant moves from one shitstorm to the next. Yet, as much as he needed to socialize, he wasn't happy to see Ostrich Neck down the trail. He'd recognized him instantly. He was easy to spot, even from a mile away. He had a freakishly long neck and a massive Adam's apple. He was a certified asshole, a troublemaker who did his best to live up to his bad rep. Plus, he was the 72nd son of the terrifying clan leader of the Great Spider Nest, a top-tier dirtbag. When he got within a few feet of that piece of shit, the Neanderthal gave him a nod without slowing down. Ostrich Neck stepped toward him. Then he cleared his throat and hacked a wet glob of phlegm right into his face. The Neanderthal took the hit without pushing back. The last thing he wanted was to be in deep trouble again. Ostrich Neck spat a second time. At that point, the Neanderthal's hands instinctively balled into fists. Bam! Pow! Boom! Ostrich Neck went down like a mannequin. He landed hard on his back. He had a bunch of broken teeth and probably a few cracked ribs. A stream of blood leaked from his split lips. Now the Neanderthal was kneeling on top of him. He locked his fingers around that asshole's throat. He squeezed until he choked the life out of him. He never thought the guy would be so weak, so soft. It was a shock. Then he stood up slowly, a sneer plastered on his face. But seeing Ostrich Neck with his tongue hanging out and his eyes rolled back in his head was enough to wipe the smile off his face. He looked around. His heart felt like it was in a noose. Had anyone seen him? The mere thought sent a shiver down his spine. The trail was empty, no witnesses, yet every little noise put him on edge. His mind kept turning every sound into approaching footsteps. He forced himself to calm down, telling himself it was just a textbook panic attack. Besides, he'd just made enemies of every spider in the Great Nest. It was totally normal to feel paranoid in a spot like this. To be safe, though, he moved fast. First, he had to make Ostrich Neck disappear. Before someone noticed the body and his brothers showed up, he knew damn well what they'd do if they caught him. They'd rip his beating heart out of his chest and shove him onto a stake. No time to screw around. He was dragging the body into the woods when he spotted the pouch tied to Ostrich Neck's belt. It was buckskin and could have some cool stuff inside. "This is mine now," the Neanderthal said in his ancient tongue.